Are you utterly confused about weather and climate? Are you a meteorological noob face? Are you able to forecast your own weather? Do you understand the first thing about atmospheric physics? I don't know. I'd like to help, though, if you don't. So let's get started here. Here are the jet streams of the eastern world. Meridional jet stream flow over the western Pacific as the jet stream is flowing north to south, making for some cold temperatures around the equator, places like Papua New Guinea. What about the surface winds, you ask? Well, you ask, I tell. Vietnam getting struck by a tropical cyclone, by the way. Anyway, those are the surface winds. Remember, folks, you want an offshore wind for the best surf. Offshore winds prop up waves and make them bigger and steeper and easier to drop into. Here are the surface winds of the western world. Yes, offshore winds are what you want. And here are the jet streams of the west, I think. There we go. By the way, this video was originally streamed live to twitch.tv/smashamash. Go follow us over there if you want to see all kinds of content coming out as it occurs. It's the world's leading streaming platform, I think. Certainly my favorite. Check out the extreme meridional jet stream flow here over the U.S. as well, making for some cold temperatures in places like Florida. Shout out to our Floridian viewers. Quite a chaotic jet stream over the northern hemisphere here in the western portion of the planet. Extreme bends, etc. Let's move on. And we've got a ton of hard freeze warnings and winter weather advisories, also gale warnings here all around southern Alaska, all around Hawaii. It seems like a pretty good day for surfers in a lot of different locations. Also some flood advisories and so on. If your county is lit up, just go to weather.gov and click on your county. What do we have down there? I don't even know what that is. It shows yellow, but then it doesn't show up. High wind warnings there. So anyway, lots of warnings, especially in the western portion of the country, as massive cold air is being injected. Let's take a look at the lightning mapper. Some strong lightning here all the way from Missouri to southeast Texas, moving into Louisiana. And here's a real-time lightning map from lightningmaps.org. Yes, lightningmaps.org. You can frighten the natives, convince them that you're Thor by forecasting thunder. Hey, Houston, you're probably out of the crosshairs. Most of this stuff is north of you. At least the central part of the city, I believe, is out of the lightning zone here. Cleveland, Texas, there's thunder rolling in. Yeah, lightningmaps.org. If you weren't aware of it, it could save your bacon. Quite a bit of lightning here over North America at the moment. And what do we have next? How about a bunch of snow already falling in the western portion of the U.S.? Here's windy.com. We've actually brought up the weather radar here. And normally we would show pressure. So we'll just switch this to pressure. We'll show you the pressure forecast here for the European forecast. So there's where pressure is now. We've got a double anticyclone over the northern Pacific. You see those two regions of clockwise rotation. Clockwise rotation shows anticyclones in the northern hemisphere, counterclockwise anticyclones in the southern hemisphere. Yeah, low pressure. It rotates the opposite direction in the opposite hemispheres. Anyway, massive cold air being injected into the western portion of the U.S. Let's advance this to tomorrow. There's the pressure forecast according to the European forecast for pressure tomorrow. And you can see all that low pressure centered over the four corners there at the Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona quad border. The low right over that that's 1300 Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow on October 12th. Now, here's the GFS forecast for temperature anomaly, and you can see we're expecting very cold temperatures west of the Mississippi through the week here. So extremely cold anomalous temperatures there. That's 12 o'clock. That's 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, October 16th, which is 12 o'clock Zulu Universal Time. And check out the cold anomalies here. Very, very cold. You're looking at about 16 degrees Celsius below the normal annual temperatures. So just massive cold air there. And let's take a look at the precip moisture here, so we can show you when things are expected to be where. And some of that precip is indeed snow. Let's show the total snowfall. So here's the GFS forecast for snowfall. It looks like the event should end in Colorado there. That's through Friday. That's Friday at 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern Daylight Time. The entire state of Wyoming forecasted to be blanketed. Some spots approaching 2 feet of snow there in the north central portions of Wyoming. Check it out, folks. It's so hot out there that it's cold. Oh my God, it's so hot the planet's burning up. Again, this video was originally streamed live to Twitch, twitch.tv/smAsho. Check us out over there. Look for all kinds of gaming videos and additional stuff that we may not normally cover on the channel as we're expanding into all kinds of different places. Thanks to our followers over there on Twitch. Thanks to everybody who leaves comments. We're also on BitChute. And if you're viewing on BitChute, go over on YouTube. I don't know what else to tell you. You're missing like 90% of our content. YouTube.com/smAsho. Press like and subscribe over there. Tell your friends and foes. Press share. The algorithms might not like us. Also, join the Smash Team if you'd like to support the channel financially. SmashoMash.com/SmashTeam has all kinds of stuff nobody else gets to see. If you're a patron, cancel your Patreon and become a Smash Team member. There are 2 tiers, $2.99 and $9.99 per month, as well as a paid-up option, which also provides you with some complimentary merch. SmashoMash.com/SmashTeam. Let's take a look at the water vapor scenario over the Pacific Ocean. So here's the water vapor over the Pacific, the Earth's largest body of water. It's pretty big. And we try to shrink the planet here by giving you some perspective on the videos. Are you aware of the heat latency of water, folks? Are you aware that Earth's thermal capacity lies in the oceans and not in the atmosphere, which means you can measure the atmosphere all day and night and week and century. And guess what? You don't know the Earth's climate if you don't know the temperature of the water deep in the oceans. Less than 1% of Earth's heat latency lies in the atmosphere. Here is the National Weather Service, radar.weather.gov. Yeah, radar.weather.gov. And there's the lower 48. You can see a strong band of storms reaching all the way from Lake Superior to Houston. Powerful counterclockwise rotation here. The low pressure is located around the Oklahoma-Missouri border. And snow already falling in Idaho and Montana. Yowzers. It must be so hot that it's cold out there, folks. It's so hot that it's cold. That's the way thermodynamics works, right? Here's the cloud layer, by the way. It's too dark to see it. We use the shortwave radiation map, 3.9 nanometers, to provide an accurate guess of where things like clouds and fog are at nighttime when it's too dark for the visible satellite. Here's the water vapor map. And we're getting compression of this moisture in here. It's surrounded by dry massive air. This is high pressure. This is high pressure. And this is low pressure. And that is what is largely in control of the current progression of things. Hopefully that helps. There's your precipitation scenario for Alaska. And here's the lower 48. Here's the cloud layer. There's the water vapor. And leave us a comment if we've helped you to forecast the weather. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho, signing off from the Smash News Network, Least Busted. Name it News.